We're gonna begin by just doing some gentle head circles. When your head is leaning back, that's when you take a big inhale. As your chin comes around to touch your chest, take an exhale. We're going to continue to sync our movements with our breath while going the other direction. Take a big inhale and interlace your fingers above your head as you push and reach towards the sky. Exhale and interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. As you lean your head back, take a big inhale. We're going to exhale while we tuck our chin to our chest and push our hands in front of us. Then inhale, hands to heart. This is my favorite yoga movement. It really warms up the upper body, and it's called the Circle of Joy. We're just going to do a few more of these. You'll meet me on your hands and knees, and we're going to just do some rounds of cat and cow. So you'll inhale and arch your back, open up your heart space. Exhale, push the ground away from you, round your spine, and tuck your chin to your chest. And again, my favorite thing to say, sync your movements with your breathing. This is my tip for not only just connecting with my body and keeping my mind very present with it, but also tapping into my sensuality. So now when you inhale, you're going to send your hips back. And as you exhale, you're going to send your hips forward and just flow. Do this intuitively. There's really not a right or wrong way to do it. And now we're going to do some body circles. So your head and your hips will rotate in the same direction. And we're going to do this both ways. Again, just keep your eyes closed and do it intuitively. We're gonna lift our left leg up and then out to do some hip circles. I always like to warm them up and do some mobility before like a deep stretch in my hips. You're gonna keep your right hand to the ground and lift your left hand towards the sky and just make a fist and do some circles here. We're going to meet in our first downward facing dog. Push your chest towards your knees, heels towards the ground. Inhale and lift that left leg into your three-legged dog. Put your gaze forward to step your foot to the top of your mat for a low lunge. Inhale, both hands up, and just a slight back bend here, nothing too crazy. And we're going to go into our half splits. So the more that you flex your foot, the deeper you will feel the stretch along the back side of your thighs. And our goal here isn't necessarily to get our hips close to the ground, but our nose to our knee. As you see, I am going into my lizard pose, so you can just scoot your heel over and point your toes outward. And if you can, come down and rest on your forearm. Make sure you're breathing. We're going to come out of that. You can meet me back in your lunge position and rotate that right arm back for a little twist and reach to go into your quad stretch. If this feels too intense for you, you can always stay in your lunge position and simply hold your leg up as if you were in the quad stretch. We're going to pivot and go into gate pose. So both legs will be parallel, and you're going to slide your left arm down your right leg. Not your right leg, your left leg. Forgive me. This is one of my favorite poses to check in and see where my tightness is in my lower back. And now we're going to stretch all the way over towards our right side and hold there. You can come to a seated position, keeping your left leg straight, right leg bent, and we're going to just lean over into a side body stretch. As you work your way up, place your right hand behind you and push your hips forward as you push that left foot into the ground. This is your baby wild thing. You're going to exhale and come back to a seated position. We are turning our upper body towards our leg and keeping that right leg bent. Your foot should be on the inner side of your thigh. And just round over. I'm going to slowly come up and meet me back on your hands and knees. We're gonna do a few little body rolls to just loosen that out. Make any movements here that feel good to you. And you can meet me back at a neutral spine to go into those hip circles on your right side. We're gonna repeat everything that we just did on the opposite side. And just pay attention to if your body feels tighter on one side than the other, without judging it, without feeling like you have to push the other side to being as flexible as the other. We're going to lift up and do those arm rotations before we meet in our downward facing dog. This time, see if you can get your heels a bit closer to the ground, and inhale, lift that right leg up, bend at the knee, squeeze your ankle as close as you can to your glutes to really open up your hip. And we're gonna step our foot forward to the top of our mat for our lunge, and inhale up. Make sure that you are engaging your core and also dropping your hips down. We're gonna go into our half splits. Again, keep your hips lifted up and just really push and flex your feet. And we will meet and rest in our lizard pose. Take some really deep breaths here. We're gonna adjust and wiggle our way back into our low lunge so that we can open and twist towards our left into our quad stretch. Gently release that. Go ahead and pivot, bringing your knee and leg parallel. Reaching your left arm over, sliding the right arm down your leg. And we're gonna go over to the other side and do a nice side body stretch. Good, you can exhale to sit down and inhale as you reach over into this side body stretch. And exhale, push your way all the way up into baby wild thing. And you can sit back down and now face your leg, keeping your left leg bent and your feet in that inner thigh, and just fold on down, let gravity do its thing. You can round your spine. And slowly work your way up and meet me in our last downward facing dog. And just see if you've made more space in your body. Make any movements that feel good here. And we're just gonna paddle our feet, bending one leg at a time, pushing that heel deep into the ground, switching and doing that on the other side. And we're gonna do another wave to really release any stagnant energy from our body. So you're gonna inhale from your downward facing dog onto your tippy toes, all the way forward into a plank. Once you get there, bend into your knees to exhale and round your spine all the way up back into that downward facing dog. We're going to lower our way down, go into a plank, and coming down into our Sphinx pose. Really roll your shoulders down and away from your ears and open up your heart. And you can lower your way down and meet me in a child's pose. So big toes together, keeping your hips towards your ankles and just reaching and stretching forward. And slowly put your energy into your fingertips to walk your way up. And we're going to stay in a seated position, but coming up onto our toes so that we can stretch the back side of our feet. And I'm just rolling my wrist as I inhale up, lifting my arms above my head. And then rolling them back down a few times. As you see, I'm making a lot of movements here with my head, my arms, just taking up some space, moving the energy out of my body. Inhale as you reach above your head, palms meet, and exhale, hands at your heart.